about you guys, but that's one of my favorite songs. Tells a pretty good story. Well, thank you, Kelsey, Max, Bernie. Your words are too kind, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, friends and family from Burke and from across the state who came to be with us today. A big thanks to my parents, Bill and Renee, for making all of this possible. I look around this ranch, a business and a way of life my parents built with their blood, sweat, tears, and hard work. I see the values that make us South Dakotans. Rugged individualists with a heart for our community and our neighbors. Faith in God and a never say quit attitude. A heart for people and a desire to build a better life for each generation to come. These are the values I was raised with. And these are the values that have guided me in good times and in bad. In success and in struggle. In my own life and in my service to others. These are the values that weighed on me as people have encouraged me to continue serving South Dakota, as they encouraged me to run for higher office. As a state senator, I've witnessed many of our state's problems and tackled them head on. I fought for smarter economic development and better jobs. I fought corporate welfare that only benefits those who need it the least. I helped create a bipartisan economic development plan that focuses on better jobs, affordable housing, transparency, and education as an investment. I fought for scholarships for low-income families and helped raise teacher pay so we're no longer last in the nation. I fought to help protect small schools. I fought for and successfully changed the law to limit personal use of campaign money so you don't get rich off being a politician. I fought for a long overdue state ethics commission and fought to limit the influence of money in politics. But there is so much more work to do. And South Dakotans don't leave a job unfinished. No matter the odds, we rise to the occasion. We work to overcome every challenge. Many of you know my story. I've had to dig deep and rise to the occasion myself. I know what it is to overcome challenges. I had a successful college rodeo career and had gone on to be in the top 30 in the world in the professional ranks. Then the accident happened. At a rodeo in Minot, North Dakota, my horse flipped over on me in the chute. I was instantly paralyzed. My life was changed forever in that moment. Up to that point, I had my whole life planned out. But I learned something. Sometimes God has other plans. I remember waking up in the hospital and learning I'd never rodeo again. That I'd probably never walk again. I remember the feeling of loss when I realized everything will be different now, including that I might not be able to have the family I'd always dreamed of. I was faced with a choice. Take the easy way and give up. Or live by the values I was raised with. Do it the cowboy way. Never give up and never quit. The rest of my life depended on that choice. And it was not just my life that depended on it. There were countless people who invested in me. The woman I love, Kelsey. Now my wife and the mother to our beautiful son, Liam. She never left when the going was tough. She didn't even blink. My parents, who took the news as hard as I did. Maybe harder. So many people believed in me. My community of Burke may only be 600 people, but it is 6 million in heart. In hospitals in Minneapolis and in Denver, there was a revolving door of friends and neighbors. My former teachers came. My teammates came. My pastor came. Their will and determination was there with me every minute, every step of the way. It felt as though the entire state of South Dakota had my back. You know, my life is forever different, but I know it's more important to live by God's plan for my life than to live by my own plan. What I have been through taught me what it means to truly live by faith. Faith in God, faith in community, and faith in our collective values. That's how we rise to the occasion. That's how we overcome challenges. Today, here in the heart of South Dakota, we rise to the occasion together. No matter what the obstacles ahead, no matter the challenges, we can work together to make South Dakota everything it can be. From East River to West River, from Gregory County to Grant County, from Minnehaha to Marshall, from Turner to Todd, men and women, young and old, regardless of our differences, when we come together around South Dakota values, we can do anything we set our minds to. That is why, after much prayer and consideration, I am here today, with so many of the people who encouraged me, supported me, and loved me, to announce my candidacy to be the next governor of South Dakota. For too long, the status quo has reigned in South Dakota and plagued our state capital. I've seen it there firsthand. We've fallen behind, and we can't afford more of the same. I'm running for governor to change that. I'm running for governor for the moms and dads, teachers and young people who believe we can do better than 38th in the nation for public education. We can do better. I'm running for governor for the working men and women of our state who are getting left behind by an economy that too often fails to reward hard work and honest labor. South Dakota trails the nation in personal income growth and job growth. These are our neighbors who are struggling as it gets harder and harder to pay bills and put food on the table to feed their families. They believe, as I do, we can do better. Are you sick and tired of hearing about corruption in Pierre? I'm running for governor for those who are embarrassed by the lack of ethics and oversight that has marred our state and its reputation. In 2015, South Dakota ranked 47th in the nation and was branded with an F for corruption. We've had enough of a state government that breeds corruption and scandals like EB5 and Gear Up that have resulted in criminal charges, civil lawsuits, millions missing, and most tragically, lost lives. We can do better. We deserve better from our state government. We deserve better than what the political establishment in Pierre has let happen to our state. These are the reasons I'm running for governor. For all those who believe, as I do, the system is broken and we can do better. I believe in a South Dakota where every person can get a job with a good wage that provides the opportunity to build a better future for their family. I believe in an economy that supports success for all our people, from the smallest rural communities to the largest of our cities. I am committed to growing better jobs with higher wages in every part of our state. If you are willing to work hard, you should be able to get ahead. We have smart people with a strong work ethic and entrepreneurial spirit. Our people are our greatest resource. I believe in a South Dakota where every child gets a world-class education that prepares them for the good-paying jobs of tomorrow. I believe in a South Dakota where education and job training are available at every stage of life. Education provides people the opportunity to earn a better life for themselves and their families. We must ensure that every child, regardless of their circumstances, has the same or better opportunities than we had. I believe in a South Dakota where we embrace our ag economy and our rural way of life. Our entire state, rural and urban, is impacted by the strength of our ag economy. When ag struggles, South Dakota struggles. And when ag is strong, South South Dakota is strong. I grew up right here on our family ranch. I work at the local bank. I know my neighbors and they know me. I feel it when my neighbors struggle, and I celebrate with them when they succeed. My values were formed on this ranch where we prayed for God's blessings and gave thanks for all that He provided. The South Dakota way of life is what makes our state so unique. That is why we must support our ag economy and our rural communities. I believe in a South Dakota where our state government is as honest and hardworking as our people. For too long, the politicians in Pierre have had the wrong priorities. The wrong priorities have become the status quo. While South Dakota falls near the bottom in national rankings for wages and education, the only thing we seem to rank high in is corruption. We're going to change that so we can all be proud of an efficient, transparent, and respectful state government that works for the people. We deserve better than what the establishment in Pierre has let happen to our state. And as your next governor, I'm going to change the culture of corruption. Soon I'll start traveling the state talking with my fellow South Dakotans about these issues and about issues facing our state and local communities and where we go from here. No one person has all the answers, and no political party has a monopoly on good ideas. But I believe together we can find the answers and solve the problems facing our state. This fall we will host a series of town halls across the state and listen to the concerns of the people. The political status quo has dominated our state for decades, and the same old stale ideas, the same old political patronage, the same old has continued. And no one individual can change that. It will take us all. I know we can do it. I know we can accomplish all these challenges with our South Dakota values of honesty, integrity, and hard work. I'm a fifth-generation South Dakotan, and I learned these South Dakota values growing up right here on this ranch. My story is not an uncommon story. This is a story that many hard-working South Dakotans live. To succeed, you take one day at a time, even when every day is a struggle. When new challenges arise, we resolve to conquer them. Those are South Dakota values. Those are the values that sustain my family. They are the values that sustain me. That's why I want to give back to South Dakota. My great-grandparents, my grandparents, and my parents were all able to work hard and make a life for our family here in South Dakota. We're in this race to win because South Dakota is at a critical turning point for our future. We must rise to the occasion. We must meet the challenges before us to see our state be all it can be. South Dakota strong. As our next governor, I'll fight to ensure that all South Dakotans can live the South Dakota dream of having a good-paying job with a great quality of life, with a world-class education, and in a state that helps every South Dakotan live up to their God-given potential. Thank you for coming, and God bless South Dakota.